Hello everyone. Welcome back to Anime Zone Sensei. In this video we will be depicting the genre of Isekai anime where the MC is reborn and got a new life in another world. An Isekai anime by definition, is a genre of anime involving accidental travel from one real-world location, usually Earth, to another fantasy world, where the rules of physics go out the window. So today we will be looking at some of the best Isekai anime series where the MC gets Isekai'd and reborn in another world. Before I start, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. So let's start the ranking. Number 10. 7 Senses of the Reunion. Asahi's life in reality ended simultaneously when she died playing Union, a world-renowned online rebounds per game. The members of Subaru went separate ways when Union shut down due to Asahi's death. 6 years later, Haruto logs on to a renewed version of Reunion and reunites with Asahi who had died. Is it really her or just an electronic ghost? The former team members reunite and enter the mysterious and deadly online game to find out. Number 9. Do you love your mom and her 2-hit multi-target attacks? Forming a party with one's mother in an online game seems not only unlikely but also uncomfortable to most teenage gamers. Unfortunately, Masato Oizuki finds himself in that exact scenario. After completing a seemingly meaningless survey, he is thrown into the world of a fantasy merg and his mother Mamako actually tagged along with him. On top of all of that, Mamako turns out to be an overpowered swordswoman, possessing the power of 2-hit multi-target attacks. After minor tension between the two, they search for party members, meeting the merchant Porta and the sage Wise, starting their journey to clear the game. Number 8. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. In role-playing games, slimes are usually the easiest monster to kill, and because of that, they yield few experience points. But what would happen if you live long enough to keep defeating them for 300 years? After many years of being a corporate slave, Azusa Aizawa abruptly passes away due to severe exhaustion. Seemingly headed for the afterlife, she meets a goddess who bestows her with immortality alongside a peaceful life in another world. There, Azusa enjoys her days tending to her farm, protecting the nearby village, and killing about 25 slimes per day, a routine that continues for at least 3 centuries. However, this rather monotonous cycle begins to change when Azusa suddenly finds out that she has reached level 99, the maximum possible level, from slimes alone. Despite desperately trying to hide this fact in fear of ending her slow life, rumors of her strength spread nevertheless. Soon enough, various people throughout the continent, like the Dragon Maka and the elf Halkara, start to appear at her doorstep, some seeking a battle, others asking for her assistance. Meeting friends and acquaintances who soon become family, Azusa finds she can live a life far better with others than when she was alone. In our list number 7. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Ise Oizukamaki, Asuka Kudo, and Yukasuke are extraordinary teenagers who are blessed with psychic powers but completely fed up with their disproportionately mundane lives, until, unexpectedly, each of them receives a strange envelope containing an invitation to a mysterious place known as Little Garden. Inexplicably dropped into a vast new world, the trio is greeted by Kiraozuki, who explains that they have been given a once-in-a-lifetime chance to participate in special high-stakes games using their abilities. In order to take part, however, they must first join a community. Learning that Kurausagi's community No Names has lost its official status and bountiful land due to their defeat at the hands of a demon lord, the group sets off to help reclaim their new home's dignity, eager to protect its residents and explore the excitement that Little Garden has to offer. Number 6. Recreators. Humans have designed countless worlds, each one born from the unique imagination of its creator. Suta Mizushino is a high school student who aspires to be such a creator by writing and illustrating his own light novel. One day, while watching anime for inspiration, he is briefly transported into a fierce fight scene. When he returns to the real world, he realizes something is amiss. The anime's headstrong heroine, Selgia Upatilia, has somehow returned with him. Before long, other fictional characters appear in the world, carrying the hopes and scars of their home. A princely knight, a magical girl, a ruthless brawler, and many others now crowd the streets of Japan. However, the most mysterious one is a woman in full military regalia, dubbed Gunpaku no Himejimi, who knows far more than she should about the creator's world. Despite this, no one knows her true name or the world she is from. Meanwhile, Suta and Selgia work together with Meteora Osterich, a calm and composed librarian NPC, to uncover the meaning behind these unnatural events. With powerful forces at play, the once clear line between reality and imagination continues to blur, leading to a fateful meeting between creators and those they created. Number 5. Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya Dagurakev is a young soldier infamous for predatory-like ruthlessness and an uncanny, tactical aptitude, earning her the nickname of the Devil of the Rhine. Underneath her innocuous appearance, however, lies the soul of a man who challenged being X, the self-proclaimed god, to a battle of wits, which resulted in him being reincarnated as a little girl into a world of magical warfare. Hellbent on defiance, Tanya resolves to ascend the ranks of her country's military as it slowly plunges into world war, with only being X proving to be the strongest obstacle in recreating the peaceful life she once knew. But her perceptive actions and combat initiative have an unintended side effect, propelling the mighty empire into becoming one of the most powerful nations in mankind's history. Number 4. How not to summon a demon lord. When it comes to the fantasy_spell_merc_ reverie, none can match the power of the Demon King Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifacts and an unrivaled player level, he overpowers all foolish enough to confront him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challengers day by day, Takuma cares about nothing else but his virtual life, that is, until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he has Diablo's appearance. In this new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by the two girls who summoned him, Remgalu, a petite Pantherian adventurer, and Shrael Greenwood, a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to become his slaves instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt to his new existence as the menacing Demon King. Number 3. Demon Lord, Retry. Akira Ueno is an ordinary working adult who manages the _spell_merc_infinity game. 15 years after creating the game, Ueno decides to shut the servers down once and for all. However, as the clock strikes midnight, he somehow finds himself in the body of middle-aged Takuto Kunai, Infinity Games' Demon Lord. Soon after his mysterious transportation, he witnesses the demon Griol chasing after a little girl named Aku. Although he effortlessly dispatches the creature, Hokuto is still concerned. After all, he does not remember creating the girl or the demon. Doubting whether he truly is in the world of his creation, Hokuto decides to investigate. Bringing Aku along as his guide and companion, Hokuto sets out on a journey to find out exactly who or what summoned him to this fantasy world, all while leaving chaos and destruction in his wake. Number 2. Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. The ordinary life of 17-year-old otaku Hajime Nagamo is disrupted when he and his classmates are summoned to a fantasy world and tasked with saving mankind. While his classmates are gifted with impressive abilities useful in combat, Hajime is belittled for only gaining an inferior transmutation skill that lacks any real offensive power. During an expedition in the Great Orcus Labyrinth, Hajime is betrayed by one of his classmates, plummeting him to the bottom of an abyss. Though he survives the fall, Hajime is faced with menacing monsters and misfortunes that send him spiraling into a grim nightmare. Desperate to live and return home one day, he resolves to fight for his survival, only to meet an imprisoned vampire he names Yu, who is also seeking to escape the labyrinth. Taking an interest in him, Yu and a few others along the way accompany Hajime on his journey to find a way back home, while steadily transforming from commonplace to the world's strongest. Number 1. Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody. Ichiro Suzuki, a programmer nearing his 30s, is drowning in work. Worn out, he eventually has a chance to catch up on sleep, only to wake up and discover himself in a fantasy rebounds per game world, which is mashed together from the games he was debugging in reality. In this new place, he realizes that not only has his appearance changed to a younger version of himself, but his name has also changed to Satu, a nickname he used while running beta tests on games. However, before Satu can fully grasp his situation, an army of lizardmen launch an assault on him. Forced to cast a powerful spell in retaliation, Satu wipes them out completely and his level is boosted to 310, effectively maximizing his stats. Now, as a high-leveled adventurer armed with a plethora of skills and no way to return to reality, Satu sets out to explore this magical new world.
Moving on, feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along, push myself to be the best, die with no regrets, live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens, life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means, always do it